Robert, we have a huge Matheus Cunha injury boost, as well as talking about Sergeant Radcliffe and his talks with Ruben Amorim, what was actually said in that meeting, as well as some other things on Amorim as well, which we've all discussed. But Amorim did his press conference today ahead of the Chelsea game, and he revealed some key info ahead of the game, and which I thought was actually good. He said Amorim confirmed that Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount are fit to play against Chelsea. He didn't mention, no, he said that Diego Dallo is out, which again is frustrating. But do I think Dallo would have started this game? Maybe he would have had a chance, but I think with Mazraoui back, I think it's all good. But yeah, I think those two players being back is massive. I don't know if they're going to start, but yeah, he said Dalot is out, Mason, Cunha are in the squad, Leacher is still out, that is it. So the fact that they're fit, I think a huge boost. He also said Malacia is training with the under-21s, but I think having two influential players who have been very key to the start of the season under Ruben Amorim back and available is a good thing now. I think Ruben Amorim would love to kind of throw them in straight into this game, but I don't think he will do that. I think he'll keep them kind of ready and fit, potentially if they need to come on in the game, or maybe getting 15-20 minutes. But listen, Cunha, it was at the Arsenal, no, it wasn't the Arsenal game, it was the Burnley game he got injured. So again, he would have had the international break, a couple of days of training probably, so he could be fit to start. I don't think Amorim would rush him in. Same too with Mason Mount, who again has had a very, very difficult time with injury. He talked about what happened with his meeting with Sergeant Radcliffe. He said a new contract he was offering. No, it was just the normal things to offer, normal times. I spoke with Omar and Jason. He said, I spoke with Omar and Jason trying to see all the data around the team. So a normal meeting we had several, but in this moment it's normal to people to pay attention to this, which is correct. I mean, with all the stuff going on around Ruben Amorim, any meeting people are going to kind of analyse deeply. I think it was just a probably scheduled meeting. He said that kind of Radcliffe sees it as a long-term project. He said this is Amorim's kind of first full season, which Amorim replied with it's not. So yeah, it was probably just a normal standard meeting. Now, one of the big things I kind of learned, or we kind of saw from his press conference, was the fact how he talked about Lisandro Martinez. Now, he's not available for the game against Chelsea, but this is what Amorim did have to say about Lisandro. He said, it's really important that Martinez is nearing a return. When you have that injury, you recover a lot, and the time's very fast, and there's a boring part where it looks like you don't get the next step. We miss Leacher a lot. We miss the aggression in this moment. How aggressive he is, and everything he does. We miss him, but he's always there in every meeting. Even in training, he stays to watch the training. I think we need Leacher in this team, and I think as soon as Martinez comes back, I think Shaw will kind of be moved to the bench, or maybe as a left wing back potential option, and then Lisandro Martinez will come in. I think every manager loves the aggression, the passion, and the quality that he has when he plays the games. I think he's a very influential player to this team, and someone who we missed in action now. Reports are saying that he has been trialled in training in midfield, which I don't think will happen. But again, I think with one of those players with left centre back, he can kind of move into midfield. He's very good at progressing the ball and carrying the ball. And we've seen already, I remember that game against Rangers, he put a beautiful cross in for Bruno Fernandes to score. So his line breaking passes are very, very good. And I think he's a very, very good player. So yeah, listen, it's all about keeping him fit. He won't be back yet, probably a few weeks yet. But yeah, I think that's something that is a really, really important thing to have now. He was then asked what he's done this week. He said we use that time to analyse the last game, analyse the next game, and prepare different things. I think again we are playing well until we reach the different boxes. We need to be more clinical. If you see the number of shots, the XG, all these things are good, but if you don't score or win games, it don't matter. Then I said after the last game, the way we suffered the goals, we can avoid it. We are being naive, and we need to be more aggressive to win games. We just need to maintain how we are playing with improving in the opponent's box and our box. He said we need to win. He said I think last year I was very critical of the way that we played. I think we were playing well until the boxes. So yeah, listen, ultimately Ruben Amorim, he's had that meeting with Sergeant Radcliffe. He talked about the things that are happening at Manchester United, and overall I think he expects it to be kind of a big season. He knows the pressure's on, and I know he knows we have to win games. He talked about how the stats are one thing, but we need to kind of show on the pitch, and I think that's something that again United need to prove on the pitch. We need to be so much better and so much more quality needs to be shown. And I think that's something that, again, AMORIM will kind of talk about and allude to all the time. But I think it was an interesting press conference. I think the meeting was something that was scheduled. I think having Mason Mount back and especially Matheus Cunha were two huge boosts to the squad. But yeah, they were kind of Ruben Amorim's quotes, what he said pre-game against Chelsea. So let's see what happens in the game. But it's going to be, I think, a decent game. And yeah, I think the game is huge. This is something that he said in the pre-match programme. He said the team is improving, but the results haven't shown. We know that the most important thing is to win, and now is the time for action, not words. This week we have prepared well the players and the staff for today's game. And with the support that he always shows at Old Trafford, we know that the team is ready to show our qualities and get the results we want. And ultimately, this game against Chelsea is a huge and another opportunity to get some points. So hopefully we can do that. Let's see what happens.